this trend, and then if you look at the connectivity between Malaysia and India, most of the Indian tourists will go to Kuala Lumpur first. Of course, Kuala Lumpur became the metropolitan city, and then we have Twin Tower of Malaysia as a pulling factor for the tourists to come to Malaysia. Same goes, let's say if you go to Paris, Eiffel Tower is the attraction. So that means in tourism industry, we call that one as a pulling factor for people who go to Paris. So same goes in Malaysia, we are using the Twin Tower as a pulling factor for the all Indian and all other tourists to come to Malaysia. Because if you look at same things between Eiffel Tower and KLCC, Kuala Lumpur Twin Tower, is only a man-made building. But then why people would like to take photo because that? Because that one is the icon of Kuala Lumpur. Same goes in India. Most of the international tourists, even Malaysian tourists also, when they come to India, especially New Delhi, they wanted to take a photo at the India Gate. So that means tell to everyone, I've been to Delhi. So that things happen for everywhere in this world, not only Malaysia, not only India. Is the things for the human being as a tourist you want to make a portrait at the iconic building, or we call it in tourism industry a pulling factor to get a lot of people to come in. Okay?
Connectivity is not an issue for India and Malaysia. So how are you positioning Batik Air differently in the Indian market? Thank you.
Okay, I'll answer the second question first. So basically, why Batik Air? Because we are the only airline in Malaysia operating out of two different hubs. So we have Subang Airport, which is pretty much connected not only domestically, we also have a couple of international destinations. Even now, we are going to launch some other international routes from Subang as well. Apart from Subang, you can fly to Kota Kinabalu or even Kuching. And then, of course, KLA is our main hub, where we are connected to all domestic destinations. You can fly to Bintulu, Tawau, as far as Tawau, where Tawau is like very, very popular for the divers. So having said that, so this is what makes the Batik Air, we are positioning among the Indian market, because we are offering, like, where you want to go domestically, I mean, the choice is yours. So all the options are there. Alright, hope I have answered the question.
Okay, to answer your question about the MICE incentive, yes, actually, as you know, we have I can say my sisters in one agency, so-called Malaysia Convention Bureau. Short form is MICE. They offer a lot of incentive, whether you want to do meeting, incentive, convention and exhibition in Malaysia. So my partner here always receives incentive, not for the travel agent, for the corporate sector. So the corporate have to apply through myself to get the incentive, and they will assist only in terms of application and others, but the incentives go direct to the corporate. So that makes the corporate will choose to come to Malaysia, then they will take the MCs like Dato' Arul here to come. Yes, the incentives have varies. 100 packs, 500 packs, 1,000 packs, the biggest one 6,500 packs. All they have their own incentive to cover all. And beside that, if sometime the DMCs, the airlines also request to have the cultural performance and others, myself can provide all these performance. Whenever you have a good dinner, all the Indian incentive here, so we can provide also the cultural performance to add the value of the incentive. So something you can choose, either we want to dog gift and others, and myself they draw. So mostly the company, they have all the incentive, they can search inside the website of Malaysia Convention Bureau. They do have all these incentive to support not only the travel agent, also the corporate sector.
Just to add on to DG's, it's the government agency is very supportive from a private sector point of view. They have some criteria. 30 days before they have to submit the documents, and 5-star hotel has different tariff, 4-star hotel different, minimum stay must be so many days, and they've got different dog gift, opening gimmicks for your conference, during gala dinners, shows, and some they won't sponsor the entire dinner cost. They will partly sponsor the dinner, some cash rebate for it, which goes through, we facilitate, it go through us, through to the DMC, to the agents from India, and how they split, that is normally sometimes the corporate want a very good deal, they pass on to the Indian agents, or some cases they charge and it goes to the corporate. So either way, but it's channeled properly, managed properly, disperse the funding or whatever they come in. But with all the three parties involved, the application has to be from the corporate, with the local agents in India, with the DMCs in Malaysia. All three parties has to be there.
Okay, to add on that, for those, let's say, travel agent, I think on our side, we have sent all this information to the local agents. The SOP is they have to contact our office in New Delhi here, or even in Mumbai or Chennai, because we put out a form and everything. So they have to, all the applications have to go through our Tourism Malaysia office in India. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. This concludes Outside the Hall for the Media Bites segment. So we do have a photo booth there. We are going to utilize that space because here the reflection is too much. So for better HD quality videos for the Media Bite, we will be shifting outside. Also, can we have a huge round of applause for our dignitaries for diligently curating this wonderful session.
Namaste, my name is Muhammad Amirul Rizal Abdul Rahim. I am the Director General of Tourism Malaysia. Visit Malaysia year 2026 is very important to Malaysia, and also it's very important for us to increase the number of tourist arrival coming to Malaysia. And as you know, India market is very important to us, not only in terms of bilateral ties between the two countries, and India market is top 5 source market coming from Malaysia. After Singapore, China, Thailand, Indonesia, then India. India recorded 1.57 million in 2025, and is an increase of 15% compared to 2024. Up to June, yes, we a little bit dropped. It's due to the geopolitical tension in Iran, which is recorded a negative growth of -0.8%. But we believe in the second half of the year, the India market will rebound back based on the feedback from the travel agent in travel industry in India, and with the feedback from the airlines in India. The airlines will continue to put more flights to come to Malaysia, to different city, different destination, to make sure we can achieve the target for Visit Malaysia year for Indian markets with 2.1 million.
Okay, because I'm from airline, so I won't be able to answer anything related to visa. If you ask me what are the promotions we are doing as an airline, so I can tell you that. As an airline, we are working very closely with Tourism Malaysia. The whole idea is we want to bring in as many Indian tourists as possible into the country. So we are introducing such programs such as stopover, where we want Indian tourists who are flying beyond Kuala Lumpur to stop at least 2 days, where we'll be offering complimentary hotel stays and so on. And apart from that, we'll be offering like shopping vouchers, in order to entice the Indian tourists to break the journey in Kuala Lumpur before they fly on to another country via Kuala Lumpur.
Thank you.
When we are here, we already want to have more numbers coming to Malaysia. So that's why Tourism Malaysia have a lot of promotion to promote for the Indian tourists to come to Malaysia in order for us to achieve target 2.1 million. For example, myself, only 2 times a year, 2 times in India. But our partner, like the airlines, like the travel industry, association, almost every month they come to India in different cities, second tier and third tier cities, to promote Malaysia tourism to all the Indian travelers. And when they promote, they not promote to they promote to a certain level of whether low income, high income, and also low, middle and high income also. And then they target whether they want to do wedding tourism, my sector, Indian love to having wedding outside from the country. So that's why when we promote, we do everything to make sure that we cover it all.
Fast growing market, and last 20 years the market has grown from almost just a couple of hundred to now 1.5 million we have gone. And visa-free relaxation has helped the last 2 years' growth, and we're expecting the visa-free to be announced for 2027 as well.
इंडिया से है, हमारे पास हर सेगमेंट के लिए डेस्टिनेशंस हैं, हनीमूनर्स के लिए फैमिली हॉलीडे है, इवन जो लेडी सोलो ट्रैवल है वो मलेशिया ट्रैवल कर सकते हैं। सिक्योरिटी वाइज कोई बहुत ही सिक्योर कंट्री है, तो कुछ भी ऐसा घबराने जैसा नहीं है, और काफ़ी लेडी सोलो ट्रैवलर्स भी हम मलेशिया में ट्रैवल कर रही है। हम लोग गोल्फिंग को, वेडिंग को भी प्रमोट कर रहे हैं, तो हमारे साथ बहुत सारी डेस्टिनेशन है जहाँ पे इंडियन वेडिंग्स की जा सकती है और सारी फैसिलिटीज़ अवेलेबल हैं। I'm not here, Tourism Malaysia से मार्केटिंग मैनेजर।
I'm Arul Das, President of MICA, Malaysian Indian Travel Agent Association. Okay.
इंडिया है वो हमारी 6th लार्जेस्ट सोर्स मार्केट है, और इंडिया मलेशिया के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। लास्ट ईयर 1.7 मिलियन टूरिस्ट अराइवल थे, और इस साल हमारा टारगेट 2.1 मिलियन का है। और इंडिया हमें हमेशा से ही मलेशिया के लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट रहा है, और जो डेस्टिनेशन है और ये भी वीज़ा फ्री ने हमें बहुत हेल्प करा है, क्योंकि उससे हमारे अराइवल्स बढ़े। अगर अब 2019 से कंपेयर करें तो 84.3% का इंक्रीज़ है, और लास्ट ईयर से भी हमारे को जो हमने टारगेट है उससे ज़्यादा ही हमने अचीव करा है। कंटिन्यू गवर्नमेंट ट्राई करिए कि इसको एक्सटेंड करे नेक्स्ट ईयर को, प्रॉब्ली उसकी अनाउंसमेंट जल्दी हो सकती है।